limit. From 13 contests, he has 11 wins. 7 of those wins coming by way of knockout with only 2 defeats. He comes to the ring this evening as the Ghanaian and West African champion hailing from Ghana. Please give a warm welcome to London, England, Laatekwei Shocker Hammond. And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the gold, green and black coloured shorts. At the weight he scaled 9 stone 13 and 3/4 pounds. He has an outstanding record. 25 contests, 22 wins. 11 of those wins coming by way of knockout with only the 1 defeat and 2 draws. Tonight, he comes to the ring as the current and reigning light welterweight champion of Great Britain and the WBU Intercontinental champion. Tonight, going for his 3rd championship belt from Bradford in West Yorkshire, the second of our challengers this evening, Junior the Hitter Witter. The referee will now give his final instructions to both boxers. This is 12 3-minute rounds for the vacant light welterweight championship of the Commonwealth.
Okay, fellas, you've both had your instructions in the dress rooms. Behave yourself and do as you're told. Good luck to you both. Shake hands.
Richie Davis is the referee, who will have driven his cab down Park Lane, I'm sure, a few times. No fares for him tonight, but a big job in there. Junior Witter, he's always so confident. He believes he has the beating of Ricky Hatton, and Hatton is aching for that fight, I can tell you as well. There's no question of him dodging Witter. He wants to fight him. Question of when it's right, I think, promotionally. They've both got to be hot enough, but at first Witter's got to win here against this Laatekwei Hammond, who's been a 2-weight national champion in Ghana, as well as picking up a West African championship. He arrives with plenty of belief. As you can see, Witter, the taller man, he's a switch hitter, sometimes southpaw, sometimes orthodox, punches from unorthodox angles, and underrated power as well.
Yes, and the power getting better. Well, the gum shield of Witter already out as Hammond gets through with a good shot.
That was a bit of a shock from the shocker, as he calls himself. A left hand just seemed to stun Witter momentarily. A little look of concern flashed across his face early. Just a reminder that he can't afford to be complacent. Won the British title against Alan Bosworth in Bosworth's hometown in Northampton in 3 rounds. This is a different kettle of fish, though. Hammond's won the Ghanaian light welterweight title since his defeat against Bobby Vanzi in his last trip to Britain. Oh, right hand, and down goes Hammond within the opening couple of minutes of the contest. Mandatory 8 count. Good shot from Witter.
Well, already Hammond has felt the power of Witter, the power which is growing as he plants his feet more.
Covering up, body shot hurt him as well. Witter's won those last 7, all inside 5 rounds, Glenn.
Yep, very much an improving fighter. I think that the loss against Zab Judah was a big step up, but I think he come on an awful lot for that.
He's setting his feet for his punches more these days. Not so much on his toes, but had to take a little left hook back there from Hammond. That was a good shot as well. Witter's reflexes, and that's his defence, his reflexes, because his gloves are usually low, just letting him down there. The Ghanaian's landed with a couple of decent shots himself in this round, despite being on the floor.
But he does look like he wants to, that he means business. Witter planting his feet, looking for good, fast hooks, but just has to be careful with the counters coming back from Hammond.
You'll see this as a showcase tonight, Junior Witter. He's been aching to get more publicity and headline attention, and there's a right hand that certainly might earn it for him. Hammond down for the 2nd time in the round, up maybe too quickly. Maybe he should have stayed down and let his head clear a bit. Walk towards me, says Richie Davis. He's satisfied that Hammond can carry on. Hammond shoots a glance, a worried glance at his corner. Can he get through this, Glenn?
Well, he's going to struggle to get through that. I'm not sure he's 100%. with it at this moment, still a bit hurt, I think.
And Witter has to take another left hook. He laughs as he takes it, but what a dramatic opening round here. Well, if you hadn't heard of Junior Witter before, it's about time to sit up and pay attention, isn't it?
Well, I think he knows who he is now, doesn't he? He was hurt by those shots. Look at them, heavy punch to the side of the head for the first knockdown. And dazed by that one. But just to the side, by the ear, solid shot. Witter showing that the new power, getting an awful lot into his punches.
And I think the subplot here is Frank Warren is trying to build up, I think, for some time in the future, Hatton against Witter. But he has to get Witter to have a higher profile before that fight sells.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen if he carries on like this. This is the second knockdown. This similar sort of shot. Right hand to the side of the head. Went down much heavier that time.
Eye-catching opening round. Second round here. Junior Witter with his back to at the moment, the Bradford fighter. And there's another right hand. He nearly touched down again. Hammond there. Punch resistance, question mark, I think, for the Ghanaian. You'd have to say that.
Yep, these right hands, every time they catch him in the side of the head, they're giving him big problems.
Witter looking as if he's enjoying the occasion. He says Michael Watson was his idol when he was growing up. He's thrilled to be appearing on this night of all nights. And he intends to put on a show as well for the headline names in this audience. He's been caught with one or two himself, mind you, Witter here.
Well, he's going to always have that problem with the defences that he adopts, carries the chin pretty high, and a lack of reflexes, you know, he'll get caught, but he's so quick, and he gets in and gets his shots on. Doesn't normally get caught.
Looking wild, Hammond nailed by a left hand, in trouble again on those reps, and down he goes under the following barrage. Not all of them landed, enough did.
Well, he looks in the corner, he's in desperate trouble there. He doesn't know what to do with someone with the power of Witter.
We never thought we'd be saying this against Junior Witter. Only stopped 4 of his first 18. Here he's looking to take Hammond out, and he might do it too in this second round. Right hand gets through again. Hammond falling around the ring. There's no knockdown this time. He just lost his balance, but I think it's a sign, Glenn, of just how much his legs have gone.
Well, there was a big shot went in there as well. I think he was a little bit hurt. It wasn't called a knockdown, but there was a good shot for me. Went in, and he's in big trouble here.
He's falling around the ring rather than moving around it. Laatekwei Hammond here. It might only be a matter of time before Witter takes him out. In fact, it is stopped. There's another punch there. Hammond fell into Witter as it landed. Didn't go down. He would have done, and he not hung on. And the referee has stopped the fight in the second round. And Junior Witter has made the statement that he intended to make here on this big testimonial night for Michael Watson. All over in round 2. He has the Commonwealth title to his British title with a display of power punching. Yet again, this is a fighter who's changed his character to make himself more marketable, more exciting. Is it a success? Yes.
Yes, it is. That worked perfectly well. That was exactly the sort of performance he needed at a venue like this, and he enjoyed that. That was tremendous work. And there was no way Hammond was going to go on. He was really badly hurt. Just grabbing round Witter at the end. His arms were locked.
Hammond was down twice in the first round. This is round 2. The left hand, oh, his eyes were in orbit when that landed.
Solid shot, the legs buckled, and then the right uppercut puts him down there.
And after this, he was just lumbering, really, around the ring.
Just keeps looking for the shots, misses one, but then the right uppercut. There's always something else coming from Witter. But really is, you know, that was a very, very confident display. He just locks his arms around him. Look at that, you know, his legs have really betrayed him. And the referee, right in my opinion, called it off. He was just going to get hurt by these shots.
The telltale signs were the eyes of Hammond there as he was holding on. Close in. Look at him. Look at him. There's nothing left. And Richie Davies, an experienced referee, said no more. Watching it all was Ricky Hatton, the top light welterweight in the country at the moment. Now, Witter aches to fight him. Hatton wants to fight Witter. I wonder what Frank Warren's thinking now. He doesn't look that worried, does he, Ricky?
No, he's not the sort of young man to be worried. I think he'll like that. He'll look for the good fight that hopefully will come about soon.
Well, it might come sooner than we think after performances like that from Junior Witter, who's really on a roll at the moment and now beginning to make a big name for himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 56 seconds of round number 2, referee Richie Davis has stopped the contest. In his opinion, Laatekwei Hammond was in no condition to continue. Your winner and the new light welterweight champion of the Commonwealth from Bradford in West Yorkshire, Junior the Hitter Witter. And a round of applause, please, for Laatekwei Hammond. Ladies
Witter
and gentlemen, the former General Secretary of the British Boxing Board of Control, Mr. Ray Clark, OBE, will now present the Commonwealth Championship belt to the winner and new light welterweight champion of the Commonwealth, Junior the Hitter Witter.
Well, he's got the British title, he's got the Commonwealth title. Next stop, he'll want a world title. There has been talk of him fighting the WBO champion, DeMarcus Corley. Now, I could see Frank Warren really trying to make that fight happen.
Most definitely. I mean, that's a really good fight for him. I think, you know, he had the confidence to go in with jab judo at short notice. He's got the confidence to go in with anybody. He's now punching so much harder and, you know, looking better with every fight.
He really is. It'll be interesting to hear what he has to say and what Frank Warren has to say about the future as well. They're both down there somewhere with Adam Smith. Adam.
Junior Witter, you add the Commonwealth title to the British belt you won earlier in the year. It's now your 8th victory inside the distance in a row. Power punching and momentum growing.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt I can hit. I mean, he took a lot of shots off Bobby Van's. He's got a good chin. He saw me, got up off the floor and he wanted to continue, but I'm just too powerful.
That's right, he went 8 rounds with Bobby Vancy, but in the first there, you just went to war with him. You had to take a couple.
I took a couple, I got a bit sloppy, but paid the price. But I did it in fine style. I'm confident. I know I'm the best in Britain. Anybody wants to challenge me, I'm here.
You couldn't take those right hands. What is it about the power now in the Junior Witter game? You're planting your feet a lot more, aren't you?
I'm planting my feet a lot more. I worked a lot with Dominic down at Mick Quirk's gym in Sheffield. I've been out in Gran Canaria sparring. I've worked hard. I've had some quality sparring. I worked hard on the bags. I've had a lot of sparring with Michael Old, Damon Haig, Andrew Facey, Ishan Pickering, Johnny Nelson.
How about boxing on such a gala event like this? I know Michael Watson was a hero to you, wasn't he, Junior?
He was. I looked up to him. I respected what he did. I respected the way he went about his work. And even though everybody else was getting the credit, he stuck at his game and he deserved more than he got.
That was a great era with the Watsons, Eubanks and Benns. Let's bring Frank Warren in. Well, there's a young man up on the top table, Ricky Hatton. We'd like to see Junior Witter in the ring with him, wouldn't we?
I'm sure you will, and I think we all want that, and that's going to happen in due course. It's building up to be a nice fight, and I think we're going to get that together, you know, fairly soon. But a few more fights from this young man, a bit more exposure, and then it's going to be a big fight. And when they fight, it'll be for big money, and that's what this is all about. You ask Michael Watson, Lennox Lewis, any of the big-name boxers here, the name of the game is when you're fighting big fights, you've got to get big money. So we've got to keep building the fight up.
It's not September. I know Ricky's back in September. You don't want it then?
No, it's got to be built up. We need a bit more experience for Junior and a bit more exposure, I should say, and then we'll be there, and that's what we're working on.
And when it's big, we can recreate the nights of Watson, Eubank and Ben?
If it's half as good as any of those fights, it'd be fantastic. And the name of the game is, you know, Mr. Witter, Mr. Hatton, and indeed all boxers who fight in big fights get a lot of money, get well paid. It's a dangerous game. That's why we're here tonight. We'll see what can happen to boxers on a rare occasion, and we should make sure when they do get these big fights, they get big money. That's what we're all working towards.
Congratulations tonight, Junior. A perfect night for you and for Michael Watson.